John, what do you hope your guys can take from this?
They toughed us. He just threw us around. It was embarrassing. As soon as we had PJ out of the game, we had no shot at winning because every one of their players at that point was tougher than our guys. And hats off, Rick did a great job. I liked our first half. I thought, okay, we got it. And then we come out. I told him after the game, first 2 plays of the half, you run a guy over that's standing there. How about you pull up and shoot it? I know you may miss it, but you got to shoot it. And then we throw the lob that goes for the layup down the other end. I mean, wait a minute. And that was the start of the half. And then when PJ couldn't go, it was we just weren't – we couldn't do some of the stuff we had planned on doing, and they're not ready to shift in mid-gear.
Cal, yes. Any lingering concerns about PJ, or is it just
I think he was cramping up.
John, do you think when PJ went down, the moment was a little too big for some of the guys?
No, they just got manhandled by men. We couldn't grab a rebound. We got shoved out of the way on post-ups. Guys were coming over saying, I can guard him. He just scored 3 straight times on you and ones. You can't guard him. So, I mean, it's I guess you could guard him. You just can't stop him from scoring. I mean, but Williams was really good. But the rest of them were good, too. The guys, they went after every ball, you know, and you know, I knew they'd be up against it. I was surprised that we were able to do some of the stuff in the first half. And I came in at halftime saying, okay, well, this is more than I thought we'd be able to get up in here. And then the start of the second half, and then, I mean, we were literally standing with cheerleaders on a bunch of shots. Shot went up, I got a guy standing next to the cheerleaders. Just got too physical, too much. The bump and grind, we couldn't deal with it. And we couldn't make shots after that, couldn't make layups, you know. But it's a lesson for young guys, and we move on.
Cal, was this an example tonight of kind of why you want Kevin with the big guys going forward?
Yeah, you saw he couldn't bring in balls, all that stuff. He needs to just get it, keep doing it, and that part of his game comes around, then he's that guy. Right now, you know, like I said, PJ just went at them. He just was like, that's it. And he was trying to get some other guys to go at them. But they do a great job of collapsing. You got to find people when they collapse. We were trying to throw some direct passes, and the guys that have followed me know we only throw lobs. We don't throw direct passes. And instead of throwing a lob, we threw direct passes. We probably did 5 of those. I mean, you know, hats off to them. I mean, they were, you know, they had 2 games. Both of the games that they lost, they could have won. And they needed this game, and they went in at halftime and said, that's it, we're not losing the game. And when PJ went down, they saw the wounded animal, and they went right at it. They just said, no. How about offensive rebounds on free throws? How about, I mean, the ball skirts out, and we got 2 guys around it, and they reach a hand in and jerk it out. And it's a great lesson. I mean, when you're playing this game, if one team wants it more than the other and is willing to play that way, you're losing the game. That team's going to win. And a lot of times it's, you know, that's what I want my team to be. We just, obviously, for a half, we looked okay, and then second half, we didn't look too good.
Cal, when you stuck with the zone there when they were scoring on it kind of at will, was that just a matter of not a lot of other options with the fouls and PJ? I mean,
if you had something else I could have played, I would have played that too. I mean, there was, and even then, they threw it, and they threw it to a guy standing there who pushed my man out of the way in an and one, and what? And then another play, we're standing there, and they lob a ball, and my guy watches him tip it in. What? So we could have played man and been just as bad.
What was the reason for the technical, your explanation you got that you received?
He said I was out of the box, which you have to look and see, but I wasn't. Not the box in front of my bench, not the 40-foot one, the other one. I was back. I don't know. He called on him, and then he called it on me. I'm like, why'd you call one on me? And then I asked him to go back to the TV and check it. Can you take it back? They said they couldn't. They're not allowed to.
John, Grant Williams is a proven guy, a very good player. What do you think it says that PJ was able to be so productive?
Yeah. PJ scored on him and was able to play him. But he cramped up, and that was the end of it.
And, John, one other thing for me. Shea had been going so well. He struggled tonight. What did you see there?
He, again, he wasn't throwing lobs, throwing some direct passes. They were physical and up in him. But I'm not worried about Shea. I mean, Shea's fine. You know, I've got the toughness issue because people, what they do is they watch the tape and they say, just throw these guys around. They will not fight you back. Just throw them and post them hard and go right at them. Don't fade away. And if a shot goes up, bum rush them, go rebound the missed shot. They're going to let you run by them. I mean, that's what you're going to see on tape, and it's something that we've got to fix day to day. And that's all it is. It's a day-to-day thing. It's a process with these guys. And, you know, I hate to say it, sometimes you got to get hit in the mouth to learn. The question is, do they understand what just happened to them? And I believe they do. So.
With PJ out, did you feel like you had to put Winion in with the 4 fouls still?
Yeah, I was trying to survive. Come on, man. We didn't. You saw what was I was playing the other guys. It was like basketball. You're like trying to survive. I wish you wouldn't have fouled, but. Thank you.